Now Watergate does not bother me. Does your conscience bother you? Tell the truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States of America.
Senator Dirksen, Mr. Chief Justice, Mr. Vice President, President Johnson, Vice President Humphrey, my fellow Americans, and my fellow citizens of the world community. I ask you to share with me today the majesty of this moment. In the orderly transformation of power, we celebrate the unity that keeps us free. Each moment in history is a fleeting time, precious and unique. But some stand out as moments of new beginning, in which the courses that shape decades and centuries exist. This can be such a moment.
Stop. Police. Turn around and behind your back. You're under arrest for stealing files from Democratic National Committee headquarters. Bug the files.
I'm here with John Mitchell, head of the Nixon re-election campaign. Currently, the Watergate Scandal is a big issue. Were you involved in it?
No, I was not involved. I had no idea that it was even going on.
The Washington Post has recently reported that a $25,000 cashier's check, apparently earmarked for the Nixon campaign, wound up in the bank account of a Watergate burglar.
There has been a rumor that, as an attorney general, you control the secret Republican fund used to finance widespread intelligence gathering operations against the Democrats. What do you have to say about this?
That is absurd. I had nothing to do with it. The media keeps portraying me like I'm some sort of villain, but I had no part in this whatsoever.
As of yesterday, FBI agents have recently reported that the Watergate break-in stems from a massive campaign of political spying and sabotage conducted on behalf of the Nixon re-election effort.
Mr. Vice President, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chief Justice, Senator Cook, Ms. Eisenhower, and my fellow citizens of this great and good country we share together. When we met here 4 years ago, America was bleak in spirit, depressed by the prospect of a seemingly endless war abroad and a destructive conflict at home. As we meet here today, we stand on the threshold of a new era of peace.
We're here live at the Senate Watergate Committee hearings.
Archibald Cox has been chosen for prosecutor. Oh, wait.
I think they're about to start.
You may begin.
The prosecution calls Brandon Shoup to the witness stand. Now, before I begin, let me remind you, you are under oath, so.
Yes, I know this.
Good. Would you like to elaborate on any of the information you know about the Watergate cover-ups, the Watergate scandals involving our President Richard Nixon?
I would if I knew any information on the subject.
So you're telling me, even though you're a close relation to the President and his cabinet, you know nothing of any, let's say, tapes?
I have no idea what tapes you're speaking
And let's say you did not have any conversations with said cabinet members about any tapes.
of. I have not.
I'll remind you one more time, sir, that you are under oath, and I would not like to drag this out into further litigation that could possibly put you behind bars. I'm going to ask you one more time, what do you know about the cover-ups?
I know absolutely nothing.
Prosecution rests.
The last week and a half has been very busy regarding the Watergate scandal. To start, Alexander Butterfield, former presidential appointments secretary, reveals in congressional testimony that since 1971, Nixon has recorded all conversations and telephone calls in his office. Nixon reportedly ordered the White House taping system disconnected. Nixon refuses to turn over the presidential tape recordings to the Senate Watergate Committee or the special prosecutor.
This Saturday night, quite the massacre of events has transpired. To start, Nixon has fired Archibald Cox and abolished the office of the special prosecutor. Attorney General Richardson and Deputy Attorney General William D. Ruckelshaus resigned. Pressure for impeachment continues to mount in Congress.
Nixon declares, "I'm not a crook," maintaining his innocence in the Watergate case. Back to you, Chelsea.
The White House has found themselves in quite a pickle. They cannot explain an 18.5-minute gap in one of the subpoenaed tapes. Chief of Staff Alexander Haig says one theory is that some sinister force erased the segment.
It has been revealed that the White House released more than 1,200 pages of edited transcripts of the Nixon tapes to the House Judiciary Committee, but the committee insists that the tapes themselves must be turned over. On the matter that Nixon must turn over the tape recordings of 64 White House conversations, how do you vote?
Yay.
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 Yay. It is unanimous that Nixon must turn over the tape recordings, rejecting the president's claims of executive privilege. Today, the House Judiciary Committee passed the first of 3 articles of impeachment charging Nixon with the obstruction of justice.
I have never been a quitter. To leave office before my term is complete is abhorrent to every instinct in my body. But as president, I must put the interests of America at first. America needs a full-time president and a full-time Congress, particularly at this time with problems we face at home and abroad. To continue this fight through the months ahead for my personal vindication would almost totally absorb the time and attention of both the President and the Congress, in a period when our entire focus should be on the greater issues of peace abroad and prosperity at home without inflation. Therefore, I shall resign the presidency effective at noon tomorrow. Vice President Ford will be sworn in as the president at that hour in this office.
I have come to a decision which I felt I should tell you and all of my fellow American citizens as soon as I was certain in my own mind and in my own consciousness that it is the right thing to do. I, Gerald R. Ford, President of the United States, pursuant to the pardon power conferred upon me by Article 2, Section 2 of the Constitution, have granted and by these President do grant a full, free, and absolute pardon unto Richard Nixon for all offenses against the United States, for he, Richard Nixon, has committed or may have committed or taken part in during the period from July 20th, 1969 through August 9th, 1974.
Turn it up. Big wheels keep on turning.
And it records. Then you record the speech. I am Nixon and I approve this message. I am Chelsea and I also approve this message. And then you click the button.
It's very tight right here.
Tuck in the things that I can't. Okay. No, don't put the hood up. No. Don't do that.
Filming?
Ready?
Ready?
It's upside down now.
Oh! I wasn't even filming, God.
Pretty much.
Like
The same
flashlights.
Let's do
They go blink and a blink and a blink and a blink, you know.
So, does anybody
Blink and a blink and a
phone in here, is there?
like. I
Still here, killing time.
Alright, you ready?
All right, let's film. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, about to.
Go.
oh my
How
god.
do you zoom in?
Guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun. 1,200 pages of edited transcripts of the Nixon tapes to the House
Okay, I think
the first of 3 articles of impeachment charging Nixon. Nick can't word. Can you come back? That's awful.
Wait a minute.
Oh, we can say it at the same
Danielle,
time.
wait.
They're starting. We gotta say that at the same time. Arrested for bugging the office. Your president, Gerald Ford.
Forward.